This Kansas orphan met outrageous friends, fought off flying monkeys, and slayed a pair of witches while also picking up a new pair of slippers. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be taking a look back at the history of The Wizard of Oz.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Who, me? I'm not a witch at all. I'm Dorothy Gale from Kansas.
This story first arrived as a children's novel written by author L. Frank Baum called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and published on May 17, 1900. The tale was named after a library shelf labeled O to Z and was highly influenced by Lewis Carroll's 1895 novel Alice in Wonderland. Within his fantasy narrative, Baum incorporated such elements as his childhood fear of scarecrows.
I haven't got a brain, only straw.
And a window display he had made out of metal household items. He even paid tribute to his niece Dorothy, who had died as an infant due to congestion of the brain. The Wizard of Oz was a staple of fantasy and literature since its debut. It has been reprinted countless times and adapted in various theater plays, television specials, and feature films. This timeless classic followed the adventures of an orphan girl named Dorothy Gale and centered on her journey through the land of Oz with her dog Toto.
Shame on you!
What did you do that for? I didn't buy them.
No, but you tried to.
Dorothy was raised in Kansas by her Aunt Em and her Uncle Henry. One day, she and her family's farmhouse were whisked away to Oz by a cyclone. Upon their arrival in this magical land, the house accidentally landed on the Munchkins' tyrannical ruler, the Wicked Witch of the East. Dorothy took the witch's magical slippers and was told by the Good Witch of the North that she must seek out a wizard in the Emerald City in order to find a way home. On her journey along the yellow brick road, Dorothy was forced to contend with the Wicked Witch of the West. Luckily, she befriended several new companions, including the Scarecrow, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Woodsman. Due to the novel's overwhelmingly positive reception and thousands of letters from children demanding a sequel, Baum continued the tale in 1904's The Marvelous Land of Oz. Following this, he penned new stories. By the time of his death in 1919, he had written 14 in total. There were several screen adaptations of the tales, but it took MGM 20 years after Baum's death to produce the most famous adaptation to ever emerge from the series. This was 1939's The Wizard of Oz, starring Judy Garland.
We've come to ask you.
Silence!
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
The film made several well-received changes to the source material and included memorable songs, dazzling special effects, and the revolutionary use of Technicolor.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road.
Of course, this was not the last time the series was adapted to film, though none of the later projects were as universally recognized or beloved as MGM's timeless classic. These attempts included 1978's The Wiz, with Michael Jackson in the role of the Scarecrow.
People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they're staying the same.
1985's dark and twisted unofficial sequel Return to Oz, and 2005's The Muppets Wizard of Oz.
I don't have a brain.
You don't have a brain?
Right.
Why are you whispering?
What? Well, I can't really answer that because, I don't have a brain.
These efforts to bring the magic back to audiences were accompanied by countless parodies and references to the series in popular culture. Fans only received a proper modern retelling of the tale in 2013's Oz the Great and Powerful. This highly anticipated prequel was directed by Sam Raimi and starred James Franco. It depicted a young illusionist's arrival in a mythical land, his confrontation with two wicked witches, and the journey he took to become the Wizard of Oz.
You're a very bad man.
Oh, no, my dear. I'm a very good man. I'm just a very bad wizard.